Hello everyone and welcome back to another Black Desert video. So today we have an interesting event going on for today's patch, and it's about the infinite potions. So basically TLDR for this is you get triple rewards for doing the weekly quests, and I wanted to actually talk about it because especially for newer players who don't have it yet, this is actually something you want to grind out earlier on than later, especially because when you have more gear later on and you're doing it, you feel like it's a waste of time. So obviously the number one way to get this is probably grinding your favorite spot and just buying it. But with this event going on, it should at least help people who want to grind it out make more silver so you can sell it. And then to the people who want to buy it, you can do it. So a while ago, by that I mean 2 years ago, I made a video called all the spots and rotations for the infinite potion. Basically, that was a detailed video talking about all the rotations I did and, of course, the best ones in my opinion. So I'll leave a link in the description. That was kind of a long video, and that was detailed, showing you every rotation I used and how to go about doing it. It's still relevant in 2025 because nothing actually changed with those spots, except you might make more silver nowadays than before, depending on the certain ones. But overall, that guide from 2023, still relevant. Didn't want to make another one just to cover that one. So I'll leave a link in the description if you want to watch it. If you don't, cool. Anyway, with that said, just talking about all of these in case you've never heard of infinite potions or don't know where to start. There are 6 total pieces. 3 for the health potion, 3 for the mana potion, or the MP one. I would say if you were going to do them all, what I would start with is the health potion, which is Forest Renaros, Cagdum, and Shuriken Necropolis. I believe that is the right one. Navern Step, Monshums, and Tashira are all for the mana potion. And I will say the mana potion is actually kind of more tedious than the other, just because Tashira Runes is one of the worst grinds I've ever done. It's not great. Voltara or Navern Step requires a little bit of gathering. Ultimately, it's actually not that bad these days, but back when we had to do it before, it was worse. But with the triple value, I think it's definitely worth doing. So, assuming you have 0 progress on all of them, I would start with the health potion. That's infinitely more valuable than the mana or the MP one. So, let's talk about it. In my opinion, Cagdum is probably the highest silver, just because you get those orange Cagdonac eyes, and you could turn those into the crystals, and those are actually worth a lot because those are pretty endgame crystals, or if not endgame, like mid to endgame, so worth a lot. Shuriken Necropolis during the daytime is a lot better than nighttime, obviously. I think if you were going for the full drop piece, the nighttime towers are slightly better, but if you're just going for the pity pieces, I think you're going to get more consistent drop rates during the daytime. Ultimately, either way, no matter what you do, it's a very decent spot. I would consider this one second on the list in terms of silver grinded. Renaros is decent. Usually the spots are pretty clear, and ultimately it's pretty decent. So all the HP pot places, decent silver. Tashira is terrible. Monshums fell off. And Navern is actually good because there are a few things that you can also get. So if I were to show you for a second, let me see. Down in Navern Step, you also get these things. So you get the Wind Spirit Stone Fragments, and those are used to make the Crocodile gear for your tier 9 and tier 10 horse, which is actually very strong. Everyone should have it. I guess I could show you what it looks like real quick. Where did I park my horse? All right, so with this, it is here. All the Crocodile pieces, there are 3 types: earth, wind, and water. The wind one, which you're going to be getting at Navern Step grinding, is the best for, I think universally the most wanted one, simply because when you use it, it gives +5 AP, so +5 is +5. I mean, the other ones give defensive, and the water one gives some, I think, HP and stamina. But either way, if you're grinding and you're not at the super end game, wind is probably the best for most people. So that's what I'd recommend. And here's how you do it. You get your 200 shards on the wind thingy, and you go down into Stonetail Ranch, and I believe in one of these, is it 2-3? You had a gear workshop down here. This is how you craft it. If you can't buy it off the market, that's how you make it. If you can buy it off the market, I'd recommend doing that too. But either way, back to all of this one. So this one is actually, you make some money on the side, but you have to turn it into Krogdalo. And then Monchums is just not as good anymore. Same with Tashira. But either way, you have to do them all eventually. So yeah, these are really good. I'd recommend people doing this on like seasonals, just because you get more if you can, especially with the new Wukong. People still have seasonals. Probably good to do that early on than when you have more gear. And that's about it. So with that said, just wanted to make a quick PSA on this event is live until August 7th. So basically it's about 2-3 weeks. Yeah, probably 3 weeks. So once again, if you were to start it, I would start with the big silver ones first, just because it feels better. And that would be Kagdom first, Shuriken Necropolis second, Renaros third, and then going into the mana potion, probably Navern Step, doing the Gathering, and then save the last two painful ones for last. Alternatively, if you wanted to do extra grinding outside of the quest, what I would recommend is grinding spots that also give the Atanas elements, because this one also, you know, these are the equivalent of being able to pick 1-for-1, and then if you get the extra Atanas elements, I would honestly pick the Venoms and the Narc Solstice, just because it doesn't feel good to grind Tashira, I'm not gonna lie. So how do you know which spots to go? You could look for a lot of the Kama Sylvia spots. In my opinion, what I've done is Polly's Forest. Polly's gives a lot. And then you could just check the other ones that give like other spots. So yeah, I think in my opinion, Polly's higher density the grind spot, the better. Just, I don't know what the drop rate is, but it's just generally higher. So use your Atanas elements on the spots that are the least fun and the least amount of silver, and then grind the other ones that are, you know, decent silver, and that's about it. So once again, quick PSA of what you should do, and hopefully you guys get yours really quickly. In case you don't know how to do it, you go to your reoccurring quest line, pick these up, and then that's how you do it. Very easy. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Have a fantastic day. If you're new to your channel, hit that subscribe button. I'd love to see you come back. And if you want to see the grind spot videos that I talked about in the beginning, links in the description. Peace!